G'day there, g'day there, g'day there, g'day there. Welcome to the Raeside. My name is Hannah. I'm living in Star Wars right now. I'm living my best Star Wars dream. Actually, that's a character. That's a character I would love to see a live show on. Let me know if you're staying up for it. I'm gonna be here live. All right, please don't break. Please don't break. The cameos, but I'm sure there'll be some. That's great. I prefer this recipe. I don't know what this would be helpful for. Oh, maybe I should stop there with the detail. I'm going to get carried away. G'day there. Welcome back to the Raeside. My name is Hannah. It is great to have you here on our final show of the year. Final the Raeside Show. We do have our gaming stream tomorrow, which is live. But this is the final, the Raeside live show for the year, which is super exciting, super sad that we'll have a little break over Christmas. But we're going to be celebrating all of what was Star Wars 2022 today. So I'm sure we're going to have a great time. We're not going to be making anything today, which is our first. Usually we have something to make or create or eat or do in some capacity. But today we're going to kick it back. We're going to relax a little bit. We're just going to hang out. We've got some questions to be answered. I have some very pressing questions to be answered from you guys. I want your thoughts and opinions of the best of Star Wars for this year, for 2022. So it's going to be a really great day. It's going to be a great show, and I'm so glad that you're here to join with me to enjoy it. Who we got in the chat? We've got Sin City, we've got Jedi Jen, Cobalt, Amazing, Dino Gamer. There we go. We got Mike, Brooke, and Anki. So good to have you guys here. Thank you so much for joining in. I really appreciate it. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's week going? It's a Wednesday here in Australia. But it's probably Tuesday night for where you are. But I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. I know we're not making stuff. It's wild. Anki, I'm finally here early and on time. I've missed your Ray and for the Nights of Ray. Got my Bud Light and lemon ready. Oh, beautiful. I should have had that as well. That would have been amazing. I had a Bud Light. I tried Bud Light once when I was over in the States this year. For the first time. It was actually not too bad. I don't know why people, I feel like a lot of people complain about it. It's not that bad. Great to have you here. Quiet Ronan, welcome to the chat. That's a great question, Mike, and I think we'll be answering that question this show. We've got Rick in here as well. We've got Peter and Trent. Welcome to the show, guys. Great to have you here. Bing's here as well. Make sure you say hello to your fellow Knights of Ray. Make sure you welcome each other. And if we get anyone new in the chat, this goes without saying, but if you see anyone new in the chat, make sure that they feel welcome and you welcome them to the show and the stream. Of course, we'll do our little announcements for the show. If you haven't already, a bunch of you have, check out the merch we've got going on still. Fresh live over there. We've got the Naboo and Mustafar special editions. They are looking fresh. Though Mustafar is being one of the most popular for the moment as well. And we've got the classic prequel planets and also original trilogy planets. So the link is the first thing in the description below. Make sure you check that out if you haven't already. But yeah, they're going off the shelves, which is incredible. It means we're going to have a great slate of creative projects next year because all the money that comes from you buying those t-shirts, you get a t-shirt and I get funds to make great shows for you here and funds all the materials that we make random stuff with. I still have, if you were here last week, we made all our lightsabers, which have been an epic decision. This has been one of the best things I've made on this show because they're not the usual, like cardboard, what are they called? Cylinders? I don't know. That wrapping paper come in. Like they're really thick, so like you can really like hit them together and like they don't break. So stoked with that. So yes, all those funds that come from the t-shirt go straight back into the show. So many thanks to you who have bought some merch already. Darth Danny, Jamilian, all in the chat. In Yoda, Caleb, how you doing, buddy? Great to have you here. When are you able to get soups and member subs? You can call it the Knights of Ray very soon, hopefully. It's still waiting on that watch time. to come up a little bit, and then that'll be available. But I'm very excited for that because I have lots planned for the members for the channel. So make sure, yeah, if you're keen for that, you'll get exclusive. There'll be exclusive podcasts coming out every week for channel members and a bunch of extras. So that'll be coming very, very soon. The Mustafa shirt is a little too scary for me. It is very reminiscent. There we go. Of the lava Mustafa. Isn't that scary? I'm with you there, Mike. If you can hear anything in the background as well, there's work done on the house, so there's some loud noises in the background, but that's okay. We're just getting croissant worked on at the moment. If you hear anything, Death Star long sleeve should be here any day. Oh, that's so exciting! So cool to hear. Can't wait to see it. Make sure put it on Instagram or Twitter and tag me in it. Julie got her the Raeside logo shirts. Which look amazing, and she put it on Twitter. So go, yeah, make sure you tag me once you get yours so I can have a see and share it around as well. You badass idea with those, Hannah. An awesome art making them. Thank you. They were really great decision making to make those. Giant toilet paper rolls. I love that. You have the same Han Solo figure? Oh, this one? Yeah. Hang on, your comment's in the way. There we go. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. That one has sentimental value. One of my good friends from Colorado actually sent me that one. Great friend. So yeah, I love that Han. He looks good over there. But that's awesome. That's so cool. Great to know. Great to know. Donna Gamer having a good day. I'm having a great day so far. Where can I invest in Ray Bitcoin? Coming out next week. No, I don't know. I'm not an e-commerce kind of person. But we're going to get into some questions and discussion topics very soon. We'll wait for a couple more people to join in the live because I know the notification kind of takes a second to get out there. So we'll see how we're good. It's pretty quiet. Okay, thank God. Okay, so hopefully it's not too... It's really loud here, but I've try to put heaps padding around so it's not too loud for you guys. That's so nice. Yeah. I'm good friends with Alyssa. We're good friends. We chat all the time on Instagram, and we're doing a bit of a candy exchange where she's sending me some Aussie. No, I'm going to send her Aussie candy, and then she's going to send me some American candy. Yeah, we're good friends, but it's amazing getting work done. Actually building another Death Star. Yeah, that's actually what's happening here. It's the prison camp's just outside building the third Death Star. Let's do the third Death Star, the Ray Star. Oh, gee, is that what called getting your ego is? Yeah, no reaction cam tonight. It's not even set up because I knew we're not going to even need it, which is a little sad, but that's okay. I hope you don't miss reaction cam too much. I can't gender it, can I? It doesn't have a gender. It will be back. I feel like I usually say he. Does reaction cam have a gender? But yeah, it'll be back next year, which is super exciting. And maybe a little bit improved as well. Got some new improvements to it as well. Thank you, Keith. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Great to have you in the chat. Hope you're having a great break. Is many people off yet? You guys finished work up for the year or anything? Or you guys still working hard there? Hope you get some time off. We've got Swish Blue Tortoise in the chat. That's amazing. Dave in the chat. G'day there, Ray, and to all. G'day right back to you. The next Star Wars series is shot in Australia. Would you sign up as an extra? Absolutely. I'll try to sign up as a props master, but or designer. But if not, I would so be an extra. Ray Killer Base. I love that. Amazing. And we've got Joel in the chat as well. Alyssa is an awesome woman. Well, we're going to jump into some questions shortly, and these are going to spark some discussions. Let me just have a quick check, make sure everything's in order. How's the lighting today? I've been having issues with my lighting. Is it looking all right? It's orange. Let's make that a little bit better there. I'm off live date till the new year. Beautiful. Amazing. Hannah is live, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I love that. That is so good. Oh, SB, that's phenomenal. Can I use that? I'll credit you. That's genius. That is genius. Good amen. Ladies and good amen. That's really funny. Yeah, I'm liking that lighting. I was a little bit orange before. I didn't like that. Okay, let's get into these questions. So, um, where's my banners? Where's my banners? I don't often use things that happen on the screen, but we're going like online today. Often I have the things here to like show and make and what we're doing, but it's going to be on the screen today. So, of course, 2022 Star Wars. We had a lot happen. Sometimes it feels like not much happens in Star Wars, but then really a lot does happen. We had obviously Boba Fett, which the first episode aired last year, but most of the series was this year. And then that was a time and a half. That was random. It was somehow like the best, but also really not the best show at the same time. And then roll around to Kenobi. I was in the America for that, and the premiere. So the premiere in Anaheim with Celebration was amazing. And then Kenobi wraps up, and then we're like, okay, let's. What about this Andor thing? We forgot about Andor, and then they hounded us with like 50 like interviews and snippets, and oh my Yoda's fallen over. 50 like little TV spots and everything, like every day until Andor happened, and then Andor happened. And that was pretty good. That was pretty new. Everyone's like, oh my god, this is like a new thing of Star Wars. This is really strange and different. And in the midst of that, in the midst of talking about Andor and watching Andor, we got Tales of the Jedi, like the most beautifully poetic Star Wars written thing in years, drop on a random Wednesday alongside Andor. And then, of course, what else has happened? And then even just in the past couple of weeks, we've got Jedi Survivor trailer, which looks amazing. We see Cal. We haven't seen him since 2019, and we've seen him for the first time since we got Cal, and we've also got the Bad Batch trailer, which means Bad Batch is only around the corner. It's only just in a couple of weeks' time. It's like 2 weeks, 2 weeks' time, 2 weeks today. We got Bad Batch. And that's just the past 12 months. So much has happened. Really a lot has happened. Thank you. Yes, I do. This is my Ahsoka shirt. I don't wear it enough. And the back of it. Again, all my Star Wars shirts are cooler from the back of them. It's my Ahsoka shirt. I don't know if you can see that well. I think it's the live action Ahsoka, right? Yeah. Julie's here. Amazing, great to have you here. Where did I get it? It was just from it was a game store from Australia called EB Games. Zing Pop something. Their suppliers like Zing, I think called. Yeah, hype for Bad Batch 2. It's amazing. Andor is the big winner, Rick says. It was a masterpiece. But Hannah's top 5 on Kenobi reminded me about all that was good about Obi-Wan's show. Yeah, right? Right? Don't forget the great things that happen in the show. Classic EB. I know, right? It is going to be huge for Star Wars. The next year is going to be huge for Star Wars. But we're talking about Star Wars that happened this year. Let's discuss it. We're going to discuss it by asking some critical questions of Star Wars, and we're gonna pull up the question here today. We need to ask is down below the best show premiere of 2022. We had 4 shows releasing this year. We had Boba Fett, we got Kenobi, we got Andor, we got Tales of the Jedi. And let's discuss what could possibly be the best premiere of these shows. So, what's our here we go. So these are our premieres that we have. We have in a Strange Land, Book of Boba Fett, episode 1. Kenobi, episode 1 and 2, which are very creatively titled Part 1 and Part 2. Tales of the Jedi, episode 1, Life and Death. And we have Andor, episode 1 to 3. See, this one's got a step ahead of us, which is Casa. That would be me, and Reckoning. I feel like it should be called The Reckoning, but it's just called Reckoning. We'll just leave it at that. That's okay. So, that was a good... I've still got a little bit of this cough that delayed a couple of videos from last week, if you can't hear as well. So don't mind the cough in the background as well. So those are our 4 choices for today. So to vote, let's do a poll. I rarely do polls, but we're doing a poll in the show today. But I take a second. Bear with me as I figure out how to do the poll. Then we're gonna see who's the winner, because I feel like I have my own opinions, but I feel like I'm a lot more optimistic of Star Wars fans. So maybe I'm just too optimistic of things. So the options were Book of Boba Fett, Kenobi, Tales of the Jedi, and also Andor. So, boom. Here we go. We got the poll in the chat. Make sure you vote. Let's see what happens. See what you guys decide. It's up to you. It's up to you. I mean, I'll talk a little bit about what was probably my favorite premiere, but this one's up to you guys. A lot of you, yeah. I'll start with me, and then I'll read some of the comments. This one, I think it has to be. It's honestly a very tight race between Boba and Kenobi for me. Boba, I think those first 2 episodes were, like, the strongest episodes. Boba, um, obviously coming from, Empire, and it shows a little bit, about that, how he got the Tuscans got him and how he escaped and all those kinds of things. I think that was an awesome explanation. It was super believable. It made sense to the canon. It fitted really well with what we know of canon. And I think, it was very little dialogue. Obviously, the Tuscans don't speak English, and, the communication that they had to build and the relationship they had to build, I think was just awesome of that show. I think it was so well done. And I really, really enjoyed those. Episode 2 of Boba is almost my favorite episode of Boba. But episode 2 isn't in the best premiere anyways. We're just talking about episode 1 of Boba Fett. But Kenobi, I can't tell. I can't tell if it's because I'm biased because I was watching the premiere with like 10,000 other people at Celebration. But I think I probably would have had the exact same reaction in like in my own home, just by myself. I was watching it alone because definitely the premiere was the first 2 episodes, and seeing Leia, seeing the introduction of Princess Leia was just an incredible moment. As you guys know, she is my favorite character, tied with Ahsoka. She's my favorite character, and I didn't. I say this a lot, but I never knew that she was slated to be in the show. So yeah, to see her and to realize we were on Alderaan and the music, it was just such an incredible moment and such an impacting Kenobi premiere for me. And I think they set up where he was at that time really well as well. And then of course, yeah, the deal of Leia and their dynamic starting to grow was amazing. All right, let's look at some of these comments for the best show premiere. Wow, I gotta go way back. You guys have said so much already. Yeah, well, that's fair, Boba Fett, and they're starting to go downhill. Jedi Jen saying Tails. Hello, Sajid, by the way. Welcome. Does the Jedi was the best show, and we're being close second because it was best premiere. Yeah, so exactly. So we're talking specifically about premiere. This isn't best show. This is just the best premiere episode or episodes of that show. So yeah, for Jamilian, Kenobi, best premiere. Indiota agreeing, got me hooked. None of the rest were bad, but Kenobi is the best of the bunch. Best premiere since Diddy Sith, he's saying Boba, but best story overall. Best premiere is Boba. Right, gotcha. He's saying overall Tales there. Gotcha. Boba started with a bang, so I agree with you, Rick. Totally get that. I feel like Boba started off really strong, but slowly started getting worse. Yeah. A little bit shaky in the middle there. That's such a good one. I love that. What are the titles? Casa? That would be me and Reckoning. That's a good challenge. I like that, SB. That's awesome. And it was a great show, but 11 kept me engaged. Still a good show. Amazing. Yeah, let's look at the numbers. How do I check the numbers? Oh, Kenobi and Boba Fett. 30-30. They're tied. They're 27 votes. 27 votes, and we got 30 watching. Who 3 of you is not voting? But make sure you chuck your vote in there. We'll keep it up for a couple minutes more. My favorite show was Tales of the Jedi when it comes to Star Wars. Yeah, for sure. But the premiere needed 3 episodes to keep its viewers. Yeah, I mean, that's saying something to me. When Andor needed 3 episodes to, hook us, yeah, I don't know, maybe just make it 1 big episode or cut some stuff out and make it only a 2 episode premiere. I was quite turned off by the 3 episode thing. 'Cause if they've showed the first 2 of Andor, like, I don't it really would have gone downhill in my opinion, so make sure you vote best premiere if you're just tuning in. Best premiere of Star Wars show this year, 2022. I say Kenobi for me, I guess because of the anticipation for years after Revenge of the Sith, the Book of Boba Fett does give a run for its money. Right, we could spend a whole day just talking about the foibles of Book of Boba Fett. But really, a lot of people can't deny Book of Boba Fett is like it's a banging premiere. It's pretty good. It was really, really cool. Nice, agreeing. Don again was skeptical of Kenobi. Amazing, amazing. The premiere of Kenobi, I was like, okay, that's good. I think. I hope it gets better. Okay, so not too much of a fan of the Kenobi premiere. That's fair. Boba and Kenobi started off hot, but it went down for me. Tales started slow for me. I love Ahsoka, but the premiere was weakest ever for me. But the whole show was amazing. I agree with you, Ben. Ben, Bing. There we go. I totally agree. I think like that episode was one of the weakest for me. I think probably my least. I don't want to say least favorite because it was still amazing. I still really enjoyed it, but it wasn't. The others like kind of blew my mind, and that one wasn't. Yeah, it was an interesting to premiere with that, but yeah, Tesla Jedi is kind of difficult as well because it's like, it actually all came out at once. But I just, it's the premiere episode. It's the first episode. So yeah, what can you do? Mm, amazing Sin City. Maybe Book of Boba Fett had a good premiere, but Kenobi premiere had me more hyped because it's Kenobi. That's basically just the bias. Just, some people like I'm a massive Ahsoka fan. I'm not a very big Andor. That already puts me at a bias. That already puts me at a bias. So I get what you're saying there. That's good. Yeah, see, it's like it's a tricky thing. It's like, well, is the whole thing a premiere? But I'm just counting the first episode as like the premiere episode to the drop of all the episodes. Does it cut out? Is my mic cutting out? Some sometimes my connection is a little weak, but let me know if that happens again. Yeah, don't feel bad to point out any technical difficulties. Just let me know in the chat if that happens again. Who voted twice? Flicker is my favorite character, but I found that Life and Death to be a weak opener, especially followed by condensed food content. Yeah, I feel like they should have just done goes up and down sometimes. Let me check. Let me just check it's all I'm plugged into the right thing. Check, check, check. I need to be. Do you want me a little bit closer? There we go. Let's turn that up a little tiny. Okay. Let's go with that. Hopefully that sounds a little better. Maybe I should be a little louder now as well. I actually anticipated Boba Fett the most because he had the least screen time in the original trilogy. Just seeing more of him is exciting me so much. The volume goes up and down. That's really interesting. Okay. I've just tweaked it, so hopefully this does something. Hopefully that does you can hear me a little better. Really interesting. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. What's the ratings at? Wait, how do I look at it again? Oh, geez, we're 3-week tied. 28%. All for Boba Fett, Kenobi, and Tales of the Jedi. Wow, I'm impressed that Tales of the Jedi is higher than Andor. I thought Andor would have done a little better. I know a lot of people hate Andor. Yeah, that's nice. So 39 votes. Let's try and get it to 50. See what happens. See who else comes in and can turn the tide. Mike is still cutting out. Let me just take it in and out again. Hang on. Bear with me. Hello, hello. There we go. Can you hear me? Wow, this is not going well. This is the last show of the year. I can't not go well. Okay. Let's just see how we do. Great. Great. Thank you so much all for your patience. Nightclub music on Coruscant. There we go. Let's fingers crossed, people. We have so many more questions to answer today. Fingers crossed. Where'd you get this background music? I make music and we'll be so down to send you some views. Yeah, man. This is the theme song. That was the Raeside theme song. And my brother is a musician as well who wrote that song for me. Sounds good. Okay. Let's fingers crossed. Let's just through the force, send your force thoughts to my microphone right now. Hopefully it stays with us. Amazing, amazing. Okay. Let's that's time. That's time on this question. Let's pull it. Wow, it's pull. Okay, so 43. It's been up for 11 minutes. We got 30 on Kenobi and Tails. Tails was ahead of Boba Fett there. That's amazing. I didn't see that coming, to be honest. So sometimes really this is fascinating me. Um, let's move on from this one. We're gonna end the poll there. We'll yeah, equal tie between Kenobi and Tails. Fascinating stuff. Fascinating stuff. End the poll there. Amazing. All right. What's next? What's next? It's still wavering a tad. I can't think of an immediate fix. I don't have a backup mic. I right, we gotta finish with a technical difficulty. Check, check, check. It is struggling. I can see the volume isn't it's not going all the way up. Check, check. Okay, let's keep it rolling anyway. I'll pop the next banner up and I'll try and find another solution. So, the best single episode of Star Wars in 2022. So, best single episode. The best just by itself. Standalone episode. So, we got Book of Boba Fett episode 6, From the Stranger Comes no, not From the Stranger Comes a Desert, From the Desert Comes a Stranger. Oh, wow. Kenobi episode 6, part 6, Tales of the Jedi episode 4, The Sith Lord, and Andor episode 6, The Eye. Amazing. So, let me put the poll up, have a think, don't tell me in the comments yet, don't tell me in the comments yet. Wait for the poll, and then we'll debrief it all. Wait for the poll. Coming. Wow, a lot of episode 6s. Isn't that interesting that all 3 of these are episode 6? Okay. Poll is up. Put your votes in. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? The poll is up. I can't cross Boba Fett. It wasn't about Boba. Yeah, isn't it this interesting? How it's like it's a Boba Fett episode, but it's like it's hasn't even got Boba in it. I am just gonna get a backup audio solution if this keeps messing up. So put your answers in. I'll be back in a second. All right, what are we doing? Did I choose well? Like this was my top 4 essentially. So yeah, I chose one from every show to give a right, but I hope this is a good top 4 selection for you guys. Let me know if there should be any honorable mentions as well. First of all, Hannah, slightly under the weather, like a special episode. We love you. And it's great to be here. Also, 2023 is looking great. Anyway, for Ep 6 poll, had to go with Luke and Grogu. Well, thank you so much, SB. I am still a little bit under the weather. We're having technical difficulties for our last show. So a lot's happening. So I really, really appreciate the love and support. Right back at you. Can't wait for 2023. It's going to be so great. I'm so glad I've got the channel now because next year is going to be amazing. It's going to be so, so good. Yeah, it is annoying. It is annoying. There you go. Yeah. Well, I'm glad we're not spoiling it too much then for you, Jensen. But yeah, there's a picture and it's called The Eye. I don't know if that's a spoiler. But again, as much as I love Tales, it's Book of Boba Fett episode 6 for me. Seeing Luke as he should be represented floored me. Yeah, he was really well shown in that show. Absolutely. Chilling in the basements here. Welcome. Welcome, my friend. Yeah, yeah, these are good. These are spot on. I hope they're yeah, I try to even this out if it was good. Honorable mention, episode 5 of Kenobi with the training flashbacks. Yes, oh my god. Go check out my, best of Kenobi moments, the video I made yesterday. That was what was that? I think it was number 2 on that list. Really, really love that one. Great, great episode. Honorable mention for Caleb honorable mention, Kenobi episode 3, the first, confrontation between Vader and Obi-Wan. It was great. Yeah, it was a cool one. I'm a bit iffy about how that confrontation ended. It was a little funny. It was a little funny, but that's okay. But, it's still a cool good episode. It's a good selection. It was difficult, but came down to on a choice. Okay, good. I'm glad that I've, like, done this evenly, and I'm trying to be unbiased. I'm trying to think of the mind of fandom, for these questions, to give you, examples. But that's amazing. Absolutely, I agree. I agree. Awesome. Yeah, I can't believe that happened. Like, did we dream that? Did we just dream Luke and Ahsoka being on the same screen? I I feel like we all dreamt that, right? Like, that happened this year, and, like, I feel like we should have talked about that more or, like, done something about that more. That was wild. Absolutely, and I did that just for you, Julie, at the start of the show. Talked about how yeah, your tagged photo of your merch was amazing, letting everyone else know to tag me if they grab any of the merch, which is the links just down below. But thank you, Julie. I really, really appreciate you picking that up for me. The money goes straight back into buying materials for the show and things we can make here next year. It's gonna be great. Thank you so much again. Absolutely, absolutely. I think that Qui-Gon and Dooku conversation was really nice. It explains a lot of questions people had about the Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Um, yeah, there we go. Absolutely. Reaper in the chat, welcome a friend. You know, episode 10, One Way Out. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Good honorable mention. Honorable mention. Well, that's a mouthful. Yeah, that's a good one. I'll go with that. I'll go with that as well. Totally, totally. Yes, we moved past the Luke and Ahsoka way too quickly, right? Like, it was like, that was insane. That was insane. Like, I feel like more should have happened. Like, I don't know, a public holiday for the world? I don't know. I feel like that's appropriate. You get the subscriber bump? Dude, so sorry. I don't know if I can fix that, but I'm glad you're here anyway. We still got more of the show to go anyway. It's all good. Glad to have you here chilling. For Endor, I actually like the episodes where they escape the prison more. Yeah, okay. So yeah, the heist kind of thing. I am actually with you in terms of an arc. I prefer the prison arc than the heist in Eldani arc. I agree with you there. Yeah, that's cool. Hey, that was very, very cool. Yeah, it was yeah, it was cool. Dual wielding. That was awesome. Just as insane though, Dooku and Qui-Gon putting in work. Yeah. You know what? It was pretty insane to get that. Uh, and I love the fact that with Qui-Gon being back in animation, they used, Liam Neeson's son, I think that's such an awesome decision because it's like, who else would, like, sound like have his voice kinda thing. Excuse me. Neo's, theme is fire, not gonna lie, it's not as fire as the Racer theme song. Actually, no, I feel like it's fire. But yeah, I do like the Neo theme. Yeah. Okay, yes, let's check the poll. Let's check the poll. What's doing? Wow, okay, yeah, so 47%, Book of Boba Fett episode 6, very nice, and at second, 33%, Tales of the Jedi episode 4, very nice, and, Kenobi, climbing up a little bit there, 90%. Not a lot of people loving the Eye. I thought that is there an episode of Andor do you think you guys preferred than episode 6? So, of only 3% of you, voted for Andor, but if you had to pick a favorite Andor episode, would it be 6? Would it be something else? Would it be something That's the question. That's the question. Yeah, it's kinda hard, hey? Dooku remaining classy and dignified while knocking people off. Yeah, kinda wild, hey? It's kinda wild. You gotta vote a few more times. How can you vote multiple times? I didn't know you could. That's so cool. Mm, I agree. I agree. Yeah, it's, I have an odd relationship with Andor, very odd relationship with it. Um, I love it, but I also don't super love it. Yeah, I'd say I like it, actually. I would say I like it, but I think that's a big deal because I feel like I love everything else, but I'm like, Andor, I'm like, "I like you. Like, I like you, Andor." Yeah, um, I know, Rick, you're a big Andor fan, so I'm ready for you to say something else about that, but, yeah, I don't know, I just kinda like Andor. Oh, yeah, that was beautiful, wasn't it? I'm sorry, Anakin, but all of it was just chef kiss for me. Again, reminder, go check out the best of Kenobi moments came out yesterday. Nice little recap of what the shows were. And of course, there'll be ones for, Boba Fett and Kenobi and no, I did Kenobi, Boba Fett and Andor and Taz the Jedi. There we go. I think 6 was my favorite, but, Ep 10 was also really good. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, episode 10. Jared, episode Andor 12, tied with 10. Okay, there you go. Andor is in the friend zone. Totally. That's actually a great way to put that. That's a great way to put that. Okay, so a lot of people are actually preferring other episodes of Andor. Pick 7. There you go. I think 6 was the best moments for me. Schem's betrayal. I feel like who hadn't seen it? Someone said they haven't seen it. Was that who? Spoil These are spoilers. I'm so sorry. Um, yeah, best moments. Betrayal, in the known loyalty, acquiring the manuscript. Also, let me know, how's the mic going? I do have my backup I have a backup mic, but how's this mic going? Are we still doing alright? Is it hanging on there? Hopefully, it's doing okay. Dave, I enjoyed Andor as a whole. Slow start, but good intrigue, good new character development, and great cinematography. Agreed. I'll admit Andor was a brilliant show, great acting, great acting, great acting. I like how you repeat that one. Great production. For sure, for sure. I Yes! Yes, that's a great way to put it. That is a fantastic way to put that. Yeah, that's like my response. Just like, uh, in my Andor review video, I think I said something along the lines of that, of just saying, like, "There's something I can't put my finger on that I just don't connect with." But that's a subjective thing. Mm, totally agree. That was quite a Star Wars-y episode, I found. Your best moments, Kenobi video was completely accurate, especially the mention of, how Obi-Wan describes how Leia is like a mum and dad. Right? I cried like a baby watching that. Oh my god. Talking about moments that make us cry in Star Wars. When he d like, I just like, that was a shock to me, like, that like, they hinted at it all show, and then when he kneels down and starts saying, "I told you I knew your parents," like, I wanna memorize what the words he used. He's like, wise, discerning, and something like your mother. And then, the words he uses for and passionate and fierce like your father, like, I was bawling like a baby watching that. That was so good. So, so good. So far, so good. Okay, good, good. Feel like Andor should have had more reasons to be absolutely hate the Empire. And yeah, yeah, whatever happened to his sister? Hopefully that happens in season 2. The mic is doing great. Okay, the Ray mic is doing well. We're back in business, baby. I'll put this down aside. Good, good. I'm glad it's doing all right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm glad you agree. The lack of any fantastical element is what is missing from Endor. Yeah, I would agree with that. There's something in the real kind of creative, fantastical, magical something with the imagination of it I didn't feel was super there. Because I think a key thing of what makes something Star Warsy is the way it inspires imagination, to especially to the audience, the viewer. So it's not a specific genre, it's not a specific way of writing, it's not a specific character because there's all different types of genres, characters, and writing in Star Wars. I think really it's you can use any of those mediums, and it's the effect you have on the audience, on us, on the fans. And I feel like a really key thing for Star Wars to achieve and a goal for Star Wars to have in its media is to ignite imagination and as well as other things, as well as, making a relative? That's not the word. Uh, Something that you can relate to, making media that you can relate to and characters you can relate to, like, that's a really big part of Star Wars shows, or any media. But I think, yeah, a really big thing as well as other things is the way it sparks imagination. Excuse me. We'll start to wrap up this question of best single episode. Your recap, you had mentioned something off, like, with all the stuff character build paying off for season 2. Yeah, right? Like, it's something 'cause I feel like it'll feel better once season 2 comes out. Hey, Star Wars dog, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Make sure you vote in the poll for the best single episode of, Star Wars this year. Look at all you guys welcoming Star Wars dog. Great. You're onto it. You're quicker than me. Amazing. It's weird to think it's weird. I think Kenobi was just a fun show, but it had amazing writing, whereas Andor was amazing, right? Had amazing. It had bad writing. Sorry, whereas Andor had amazing writing, but it wasn't as interesting as a concept compared to a show like Kenobi. Yes, I explained this in my gaming stream yesterday, of like the two, like and Kenobi has great concepts, but like poor production, and Andor has, in my opinion, poor concepts but great production. And I'm like, oh my god, if those things could just merge. So close, so close, so close. Yeah, right? Little sister. It's first time catching the stream. Well, we're great. We're so thrilled to have you here, Star Wars Dog. So thrilled to have you here. Absolutely. So many comments today. If it was a way to take the best things from Andor, like the episode length, camera work, production, breathing, Kenobi. Yeah. Oh my god. Yes, that is exactly my perspective in like a sentence. That I totally agree. 100% agree with this. Yeah. Kenobi and Andor kind of cancel that, right? Right? Yeah, that would've been interesting. That's an interesting concept. We imagine if, yeah, Filoni was like, yeah, the head director, just, like, directed it all. That'd be interesting. Did anyone else, find the lightsaber in Kenobi weird? Like they aren't props now, they just didn't look right, compared to the live action to other live action projects. There was something, it was like there was a bit more color to them or something I found, but I didn't mind that. I quite liked it. I kind of enjoyed that. But there was something different. I kinda get what you mean. Excuse me. I'm slightly hoping in the post-credit scene having Krennic, staring at the Death Star being built and saying "beautiful" like he did in Rogue One. A little bit of fan service. Well, yeah, you know what? That would've been sweet. That would've been good. Okay, let's check out this poll. What do we got? Wow. By a hair with 42 votes in total. Book of Boba Fett episode 6 From the Desert Comes a Stranger is the winner for this one. Very, very close second. Very close second. Tales of the Jedi, episode 4, The Sith Lord, which was incredible. Yaddle, Bryce Dallas Howard being Yaddle was phenomenal, and we got so many little Easter eggs of deleting Camino from the archives. That was awesome. That was my favorite part of that episode. And then 3rd place, Kenobi, episode 6, 17%, and only 5% is, Andor, episode 6, The Eye. Really, really interesting, guys, but great to have your perspectives. Let's read a couple more comments as I pop up the next poll. Excuse me. I really dislike the way every character to do cameos in every show, yet they say there's too much like Ahsoka. The galaxy is too small and it's only between the Skywalkers. Yeah, it's tricky. It's a tricky balance. Everyone Kenobi saved it up last episode to actually use certain relevant music cues. I wish they'd done it earlier throughout. But that was a huge part of episode 6 finally delivering. Yeah, it felt very cohesive. The finale of episode 6 was really, really good. I wonder if people like Book of Boba Fett or Kenobi more. I always preferred Book of Boba Fett. Yeah, well, that will be our final question for today as well. Everyone's favorite. Keep that at the end. Keep that in. Think about it now. Yeah, I feel like fan fiction. I can kind of agree with the fan fiction question with production values. I felt was quite low. Like massive character, one of the most iconic characters in Star Wars, and like I feel like the production was mediocre. Next question. Now this is an interesting one, and I feel like a lot of people will have some thoughts about this one. You know, is Princess Leia a cameo? She was kind of pretty involved in the show. But I put it in there anyway because my definition of a cameo is a cameo that wasn't a character that wasn't announced or shown in a trailer, or it can be rumored. I know it was rumored. I didn't see the rumor, but I know it was rumored. But a cameo is just someone we weren't told would be in the show that shows up in the show. So don't come at me for that one. She's in there anyway. And there's like there was a bunch of cameos. Really, there's Chrysanthemum from the comics, Boba Fett. There was also Ahsoka and Book of Boba Fett. So I just choose the top 4. So hopefully this is the top 4 of those. So have a think. I'll pop up the poll in a moment. Okay, you got Cad Bane, Qui-Gon. I can't believe we got Qui-Gon, man. That's hilarious. I can't believe that's even real. Okay. Ask community. All right, poll is up. Get your votes in. Get them in there. Chuck them in there. I didn't love if I didn't love the character of Kenobi so much, Book of Boba Fett would be better show to me. Yeah, true. Cad Bane. Yeah, definitely, like a cameo. Cad Bane felt more like a cameo than a character, sadly. I would argue that's the same thing, but I get what you're trying to get across there. Yeah, Dino Gamer, Timothy, Qui-Gon is best. Yeah, right? It's like it's hard with the technicality. It's like, well, Luke's a cameo because we didn't know he was gonna be in the show, but it's like the whole episode was on him. So was it just a cameo? Yeah. Exactly the same thing with Leia. Like, well, we didn't know she was gonna be in the show. She wasn't in the trailer. She was in the heavily rumored. Like every character ever was rumored for Kenobi. Um, no, she's a pretty big part of the show. Is she a cameo? I feel like she is. I feel like she is. Like, I may be crying. His voice as Liam Neeson's voice saying, "Hello, Kenobi," or whatever. What he says? Kenobi's like, "I was beginning to think you didn't come. I was always here, Obi-Wan. You just weren't ready to see me yet." And I think that's what he says or something. His voice when he says that, oh, phenomenal. Regular guest star, yeah, maybe a guest star. Maybe probably a better question probably would be, the best guest star, really. I feel like cameo is a um controversial word. Let's change that. Best star was guest star. Twitter, let's try and that's a little bit I feel like I'll get less heat for that. Yeah, it's been 20 years. 20 years since Qui-Gon, hey? probably unpopular, but I gotta go with Qui-Gon. I love prequels, and Qui-Gon is top 3 Jedi for me. I miss Qui-Gon and his wisdom makes you wish he only didn't die. Yeah, I agree. Let's just use the yeah, we're gonna use the term guest stars for everyone just to make this easier. Mm, that's a good point. So difficult between Cad Bane and Qui-Gon. Yeah, it's a tricky one. Thank you, Star Wars Dog. Yeah, make sure you like if you haven't already. Make sure you vote if you haven't already. And if you and you're in the chat, consider subscribing, it helps me out much. Well, it took you long enough. Th yeah, that's so I nailed it, right? Thank you. Who was the cameo? It was the Reba and Leia show. Yeah, hey. I had to weigh the absolute joy of having Cad Bane live action versus the short-lived but powerful high last minute of Qui-Gon. Yeah, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one to weigh up. For sure. Yeah, that's so true. So, so true. They would have been a little more impactful for me if he didn't look off. I thought his look was pretty good. I thought his look was not I think the mouth, the nose part, I think that was pretty I gotta rewatch the Boba Fett, to be honest. I'll do that over Christmas. I'm gonna do that. I kind of agree with this, Timothy. I wish the council died instead of Qui-Gon. Rough, but I kind of agree. Money on, one vote for the Leia is the same person that you voted, for enter in the poll. If you let's take a look at the poll. It's only one Leia. That is funny, that is funny. So Qui-Gon is just beating Cad Bane, just a little bit. We've only got 4 minutes on this poll, so we'll run it for maybe another 10 minutes. It's so true. That's so true. I I really didn't mind how they handled not Boba Fett, how they handled Cad Bane, honestly. I think they did it pretty well. I know a lot of people are kind of thinking about his death, but again, maybe I'm just a bit blasé with this. I was like, "Oh, no, that kinda makes sense if he dies here. That's kind of alright by me." It's interesting. Wow. Actually, here's a question as we're waiting for the poll to keep coming. Here's a question. When Bang first appeared, did you first think who did you first think it was? Because, it was a great reveal. Let's try and get a photo, actually. I wanna try and get a photo. 'Cause we got the reveal. It was a great way to do it. Like, sauntering up in the hazy glow of Tatooine. He looked good. I feel I have a photo here somewhere. Cad Bane, where are you, mate? Hang on. But who did you first think it was? Did everyone instantly know it was Cad Bane? I didn't even know in that. I had a couple of people pop in my mind when I first saw the figure. I'm trying to there's that specific photo of him in the horizon I'm trying to find. We'll go with this one. We'll go with this one. Let me pop it on the screen for you. How do I do this? Why is this taking me so long? 17. So, seeing Cad Bane in live action, Luke Skywalker, Return of Qui-Gon was amazing. My only thing was Luke. I wish they didn't rely on him on the yeah, absolutely. It was better than Mando. Better than Mando. So the hat immediately, so it had to be Cad Bane. I don't know why I was so delayed with the hat thing. Yeah, it was a good execution, hey. Yeah, so the hat. So everyone noticed the hat? Knew it was Cad Bane. When the shot of him came up in the distance, I screamed and paused and look at my girlfriend, "Do you know who that is?" It's amazing. My first impression was actually the 5th brother Inquisitor, but then I remembered, Died in Rebels, so it's not possible. Wouldn't have made sense. But yeah, that's an interesting one. That's an interesting one to think of. There's a guy from the Old Republic with a big hat. Oh, who? Who? Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Yeah, so you had the feeling it was Cad. The hat, everyone yeah. And this is my I here we go, Caleb, I agree with you here. This is who I thought it was. I thought it was Embo. That that I'm gonna do a best of Embo video because that guy needs some recognition. What a bloody cool character. We don't get enough of Embo. Could have been I genuinely thought that when I first saw the figure, I was like, "Okay, bounty hunter," and I was like, "Yeah, Embo, for sure, Embo." I agree with you there. I agree with your brother. Caleb. That's awesome. I think it caught everyone off guard that was still buzzing over the other amazing meeting live actions on screen. Yeah, I feel like they should have spread it out a little bit. Like, was this in the same episode or the episode just before or something? But it's like, I think actually, no, it was the same episode because this is still from The Desert Comes a Stranger, or as I like to call it, From the Stranger Comes the Desert. It's yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, it was over. I feel like it was overshadowed with all the other cameos built here. Absolutely easy one. Yeah, well, I feel like we can tell from your profile picture. I feel like we can tell. It's amazing. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. That's definitely something, George would do. I was thinking it was George and Dave that came up. I don't know if it was specifically more one of them. But yeah, I like that. There you go. There you go. I wanna look into this now, his origins. Yeah, right? We need a bounty hunters show. Yeah, Tales of the Bounty Hunters. I think that could be a thing. I personally knew it was Cad Bane immediately, contrary to Luke and Mando, for those minutes not daring believe until it was proven. That was so crazy, I was so certain and loved it. Yeah. Oh, dude, yeah, the X-Men coming in. It's just actually the same question. What do people think of the X-Men coming in? Did anyone think it was someone different with the X-Men coming in, Mando? I know it's not relevant to the question we got here today, but, yeah, it's an interesting one. Yeah, and Bo was an icon. He's aw being agree. He's awesome. Does Zembo have a coat? I think overall silhouette was very Cad. Yeah, I agree, I think it was very Cad. But when it was, like, that first shot, when it was, like, literally just a tiny thing on the screen and we couldn't really see his outline, like, I was like, "Yeah, Embo." Amazing, amazing. Bounty Hunter, Wars would be a dope show. Yeah, I think it would be awesome. Thought it was an Antilles. What 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 a random left of field answer. Antilles. Michigan, a lot of people from Michigan today. I thought it was Wedge. Yeah, wow. What? 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 See, now Hondo should be in the Tales of the Bounty Hunters. Even though he's not a bounty hunter, I feel like he would end up being in that show somehow. Excuse me. Hannah, I was afraid the X-Wing was a bait and switch. I was so excited and started to cry. So scared they would crush me. Yeah, it was scary. Hey, it was really, really freaky. I thought it was actually gonna be Cal Kestis, oddly. I'm seem really obsessed with this whole Cal Kestis live action thing, but he's gonna show up. Just wait. He'll show up and you'll be like, "Oh, Hannah's been calling it for years." Um, I thought it was Cal Kestis. Yeah, I didn't really accept it was to Luke until the hand, until we obviously saw the hand and the green lightsaber. Actually, Embo and Andor would make sense too. That would be fan service. See, okay, I'm getting flustered at this conversation on Twitter, mostly when people be like, "Fan service cameo, no, 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 no." But it's like, okay, yes, it can be you can have a cameo and you can have fan service, but if it aids in the storytelling, it's a good decision. You know what I mean? Melchi Melchi in Andor, like, that's technically a cameo. He aided in the story there. Who else? There was someone else that was, like, really particular. Well, I feel like Palpatine and Bad Batch, it's like everyone's like, "Oh, fan service that we're gonna see Palpatine." It's like, kind of a really key direct correlation there. Kinda makes sense, but yeah, I feel like I don't know. It's spicy, that whole conversation of cameo and fan service, but it's like, if it aids the story, if it drives a point or concept forward, it's like, it's needed, it's purposeful, it's good, it makes sense. I saw Star Wars in 1977 as a 9-year-old. Since the day I saw it, Star Wars has been such a huge part of my life. That's amazing. Such a cool story. Seeing it as a 9-year-old, that would be amazing just seeing that, like, A New Hope for the first time. Whew, and then, there's other things like it kind of thing, but it was really kinda it broke a lot of, molds of cinema at that time. That would have been incredible. Phenomenal. Make sure you, vote for the cameo. We're about to finish this question. Best cameo was Brad Pitt in his own show. I was waiting for someone to say that. I love that. That's a great answer. Nice profile picture, actually. Good one. He'll come up, right? He'll come up. I think that bounty hunter going after Andor would make a lot of sense. Just pick a cool one. Embo. See? Embo and Andor. Making sense to me. Making sense to me. You like Jedi Gen, I love Hondo. Hondo's great, isn't he? So, so cool. Who will be the main villain in Ahsoka or Thrawn, or someone else thrown in? Oh, I feel like it will be all Thrawn. I really think it's gonna be big Thrawn. I have a feeling that they might try and like, to me, Thrawn's too much of an interesting and really key character to not kind of continue the story outside of Ahsoka. I feel like as years go on in Star Wars media, we're gonna start to connect the Mandoverse, this timeline into, obviously as time goes on, New Republic, and we got First Order things starting to establish and, things like that starting to happen, and we're starting to get into the sequels territory, and I think that's where all the show's gonna lead to. I think Thrawn is actually gonna be a pretty key villain, like a Mandoverse for a couple of years after. I'm kind of hoping that. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm seeing Star Wars in theater, not on my phone using Disney Plus. Yeah, I agree with that. I like we're having, like, a Michigan debate here as well. Yeah, I thought it was Cal also. Yeah, I really thought Cal would have been the one rocking up there. Absolutely, absolutely. Imagine being 9 seeing Darth Vader come in through that door with smoke body and that music. That was before Star Wars internet, 9 years old, blown away. Yeah, actually, that would've been mind-blowing. Never seen it before. See Vader for the first time. 'Cause even like, these days, like, even your first time seeing Star Wars, like, you've probably seen a picture of Darth Vader, R2-D2, maybe Princess Leia and the Leia bars. Like, I feel like there's some really key things that you've seen, and then you see it in the movies. Mm. Ultron is the safest bet, but they might get crazy. Yeah, there might be someone chucked in there as well. Could the Ahsoka series have a flashback to when she met Luke? I feel like that's a good possibility. I feel like that's a high chance. Before we continue chatting, let's check out the poll, see what we got. The best Star Wars guest star slash cameo slash character we didn't know was gonna be in the media, but was in the media for a long period of time. The best one of those, 41 votes in total. 39% of you voted for Luke Skywalker in Book of Boba Fett, and coming in as second is 32% Qui-Gon. Of course, even though it was for like 8 seconds, it was beautiful, great. Third, Cad Bane, in Book of Boba Fett as well, and 5% in Princess Leia, which I do understand. She was a reoccurring kind of guest star thing. Totally get. But that's amazing. 41 votes. Phenomenal. 42. Incredible. Incredible. So 38 with Luke winning there. Great stuff, guys. Great, great thoughts today. Okay, let's get this banner off. Okay, what were we chatting about? We were chatting about something. We were chatting about a soap. Thank you. I appreciate that. But that's offensive to Ray, but thank you. I have to give Tamura more clean roll clone rolls. Clean rolls roll. Clone Wars, to be honest, love seeing him around Star Wars again. Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great guy. I can see Luke and Ahsoka's first meeting explanation in Ahsoka. Yeah, I'm with that. I'm on that train. Totally agree. Stupid scoff, it's kicking. If it had to be top 5 iconic villains of all time, oh yeah, for sure, like top 3, if not top, like, 1 or 2. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just gonna grab some more water as well. Okay, we good. We're good. Also, let's just our slides for the day. Yay. Amazing. Okay, let's go back into chatting. What's coming up in Star Wars, hey? Oh, man, this Blue Shadow virus, man. Dr. Vindy. Love that character. He featured in my top 10 most unhinged Clone Wars characters video. Dr. Vindy. Love him. Hang on. Let's coming back. Let's hang on. Where are we up to in the chat? I hope so too. Those are good rumors that we've gotten. Anakin, hopefully being in it. Hopefully. If Ahsoka doesn't have a scene of her first meeting with Force Ghost Anakin, I'll be quite disappointed. That'd be interesting. That'd be real interesting actually, because so where was it? Like where Luke tells. So I saw this said somewhere when we had Book of Boba Fett, talking about how we hope to see Luke telling Ahsoka that like he turned to the good side right at the end, like he redeemed him at the end there. So yeah, I wonder if that's going to be a thing, similar to Kenobi and Qui-Gon. You know, she'll kind of reach out to Anakin at some point, and we'll get that. That'll be incredible, amazing stuff, amazing. I actually don't think Thrawn would be the main villain since his canon books make him more of a sympathetic character. Legends, he's more sadistic. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, I think because I just have a feeling that this is gonna become a really main thing, or like this Thrawn thing. There we go. I don't know. Yeah, but maybe there'll be someone else. But you know, who else would it be? Who's the main villain here? You know, remnants of the First Order still, like people like Moff Gideon. Are there other Moffs around that are just going to be like that? I don't know. I feel like going just like, oh yeah, these are just remnants and empirical commanders of sorts that are like the villains. I don't know. I kind of want it to be only Thrawn. Absolutely. Mike with the big question. Stay deep fake CGI Luke, Leia, Tarkin, or cast real people and let them run with the roles? That's a really great question, Mike. That's a great question. See, I really enjoyed Alden as recast Han. I think he did a great job. I think he studied his stuff, got the mannerisms, the physicality of Han down, the voice of Han down. I feel like that really worked. I really believed the whole movie that he was Han Solo. But also, technology is pretty good. Like the Luke in Book of Boba Fett, absolutely believable for me. Like I just didn't for a second not believe that. But the Luke in Mando, I was like, "Oh, this is a cutscene in Battlefront." You know what I mean? Like, there's just something, but it got better. Like they really did improve that. So it's tricky. I'm for both. I think there's positives for both. Um, it depends the character, I feel, and depends the purpose, maybe. No, that's a big question. I'm interested in people's thoughts. What an intermission. Right? I'm struggling. Hey, seriously, Star Wars. Go check out Seriously Star Wars if you're into collecting, any kind of Star Wars we're collecting. Go check, Seriously Star Wars out. Good stuff over there. Bullshit or both. Well, I'm behind in the comments. I've just realized how behind I am. Yeah, I saw that actually, and, they recast Rosario, they didn't use actually the voice of, the live action Ahsoka. Like, that's a recast, and I think that works. I know that's, like, a conversation, it's like, "Oh, Rosario is Ahsoka." I think she's a brilliant, mature aged Ahsoka. I think she works so well. Yeah, and I saw that as well, and like, pretty open. I'm a very big Ahsoka fan, obviously. Um, I'm down for that. I'm down for that. Yeah, I hope to see that. I don't know if this will be in Ahsoka, but I hope it is, but I don't wanna get my expectations too. I did hear that she's gonna be helping with some of the voicing of a younger Ahsoka. Something maybe the merging the voices or something. There's something that she's involved with. What's up? I'm like, yeah, actually, you know what? Chillin had an issue with the notifications as well. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if the time am I doing this wrong time? I don't know. But glad you can make it. Vibes, glad to have you here. Mr. Stan as Luke, Lord as Leia? Yeah, recasting Leia would be the easiest three. Yes, it's true. I would agree with that. Have to stayed up to date with the rumors outside of the recent leaks. Any word on how big a role Ezra is supposed to play in the show? Not too sure. Not too sure. I mean, the actor they cast, I forget his name. The actor they cast looks exactly like him. Actually, see, that's a good, like, live action jump there. Amazing. So good. I forget the guy's name, but he looks amazingly like Ezra. It's insane. Yeah, his voice it is quite robotic, but I mean, it was made from a robot, so I kind of understand that. Mm. The CGI got better because Lucasfilm hired the deepfake guy from YouTube. I love that. I love that story so much. That's such a funny story. Yeah, Rosario is fantastic. I really like her as Ahsoka. Yeah, I kinda get that. I'm gonna read the Thrawn Legends, in next year, and I also gotta read the canon Thrawn as well. The mic's cutting out again? Dang, hang on. Should be good. I think it's the cable. I think it's the cable that's having an issue. Let's see, and I was kind of leaning on it, so let's see. Hopefully this works again. I can see Ezra being a dark Jedi, not necessarily a Sith. Yeah, I wondered that as well. They did kind of in Rebels, um, he was kind of challenged at points, obviously, his relationship with Maul, things like that, kind of challenged Ezra at certain points, so I feel like, yeah, there's some room to kind of explore his relationship with the Force there. Should be interesting. That'll be interesting. Ezra as a Grey Jedi. Free Prince Judah Junior Grey Jedi don't exist. Yeah, well, I feel like Grey Jedi has become, a term that, like, fans use. Like, I use it just to kind of describe a Jedi that isn't in the Order, but that's, like, practicing in the Force. That isn't Sith either. It seems to be when I move around a lot. You know what? That's gotta be a problem because I move around very much when I'm talking, like, I'm very animated. That's typical. So, we've only got a little bit of the show left to go, so hopefully it just holds out. Right? Like, why Lego Yoda, why aren't you helping? I think there's more that you should be doing. Smack it a few times. That'll do it. I don't think Rosario is the best casting. Might be predictable, Ahsoka, but by no means does she ruin it or break continuity for me. Clone Wars acting style is very, very yeah, that's a good take. See, that's a very respectable take. Like, there's some people on Twitter just kinda absolutely shit all over everyone that's like, "Rosario's like the worst thing to see, like, she doesn't even look." Like, they're just going crazy, but it's like, yeah, for sure. It's like, if you don't agree it's the best casting, well, that's fine, that's your opinion. But, yeah, it doesn't continuing continuity continuity. Wow, I struggle with that word. For ya, you're right. Like, Clone Wars is a very stylistic, very exaggerated, type of animation. So it's gonna look different. It's gonna look very different, really. The real winner is Starkiller. Dan Crane. Hello, watching from Breese, Illinois, USA. Breese? Is that how I say that? Breezy? Breese. Is that Breese, like Greece with a B? Breese? And IL, I believe is Illinois, USA. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Great to have you here, Dan. Great to have you. Having a great holiday. You have a great time, break of the holiday period. Thank you for dropping by. Appreciate it. Right. Dooku Clone Wars is just so out there. It's just so random. But you but, you believe it's Dooku. You see Dooku in the movies, and you see Dooku in Clone Wars, you think that's Count Dooku. You don't question it. Mm. I feel like, we do need terms like Dark Jedi and Grey Jedi. Not all Jedi follow the dogmatic views, and not all dark sides believe in the Sith religion. Yeah, I agree with this, where it's like, yeah, the term Great Jedi, it's like, I feel like you can't say it's not a term, 'cause it's like, yeah, it's I feel like we use it to yeah, discern different types of Jedi. Dark Jedi, I kinda like that. I wonder if there's the same is there like a great can you have a gray Sith? Can you have someone that, like, dabbles in the Sith, maybe Force abilities or, like, understanding the ways of Sith, but don't they can kind of pull in and out of it? Like, is that a gray Sith? Or, is Sith just so all-encompassing that you can't not be completely consumed, like, immediately? That's a question. I'm gonna think about that all night now. Can you have a grey Jedi? Jeff McGator in the chat, my friends. Got Jeff here. I think they're gonna stick to deep fakes with the core 3 with, Lan, yeah, Leia, and Han, for now in live action. I'm curious if they'll revisit those characters post, Revenge no, post The Jedi, in an animated form. That would be interesting, wouldn't it, if we saw them in Clone Wars? Not in Clone Wars, but in Clone Wars animation. That's an interesting concept, but literally just today, literally, like, 2 hours ago, I was just having a conversation with my brother about this. We were talking about Solo for some reason, and I asked him the question when he asked the question of, I feel like maybe when Solo came out, like, I wonder if someone at Disney ever thought that, like, it was gonna be a thing where they're gonna make a movie about, like, the Solo movie, and they'll make the Organa movie, and then they'll make the Skywalker movie. And it was gonna be a movie on each of the core 3. Like, I'm kinda interested with that concept. Well, yeah, just context like, the Leia, just like teenage Leia kind of hashing the rebellion. And Luke, maybe it's just a bit of kind of adventures and Tatooine kind of thing. What if that was ever an idea? But yeah, core 3 and, I think they're gonna stick to deepfakes. Yeah, I agree with it. I agree with this. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Starkiller bit yeah, actually, that's a good example. I feel like Starkiller could be a grey Sith. And also, let's bring Starkiller back into canon, please. My god. Right? They're just the sex, so I feel like there has to be different sections, like, in between, right? And, like, we need terms for those kinds of things. I don't know. I don't know. Revan? That's a good one. I can't wait to jump into all the Legend stuff next year. Which is I'm gonna start with Plagueis. I'm doing a big Legends deep dive next year, which is gonna be exciting. Yeah, totally, totally. And 2, it's just easier, to say Jedi as shorthand for the Force user. Yeah, exactly, right? Right. Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure Disney has something like that in mind. Yeah, I feel like that could have been the way. Interesting. Which Star Wars production in Disney Plus in 2023 are you looking forward to watching? Literally all of them, but most notably probably Ahsoka because I think Bad Batch, like, I love Bad Batch, can't wait for Bad Batch, that'll be a really fun watch. Mando, great to see him, and I love Bo-Katan, but I think Ahsoka, the show of Ahsoka is gonna do some amazing storytelling. I'm most excited for the story. What story am I most excited for? Would be Ahsoka. I think that's probably the answer for that one. But you know what? We should do one last poll for the day. I'll put that as a poll, actually. It's anticipated. How to type that quickly? Great question. Great question. So Bad Batch. So soon. Again, it's only 2 weeks away. How about that? No season three. Yes, we got Ahsoka and Skeleton Crew back there, working in the shadows. Ask your community. Okay, cool. Poll is up. What are you most looking forward to? Plagueis is a beautiful book. Yeah, yeah, I'm keen to get into it. It's gonna be so good. A lot of Plagueis fans in the chat today. I think Yoda said it best. The dark side feels easier, faster, but it costs the light side can achieve anything you need if you have spent enough time developing your connection and relationship. Yeah, it's like the light side is kind of a constant, not denial, but it's a constant. It's a discipline. It really is a discipline. But yeah, you've said it well. You achieve things. I love that. I love that. Ben, I hope they do something cool with Amiga and don't keep her as the kid that needs to be taken care of. Yeah, I believe that it's in the synopsis of Bad Batch, I've seen that she's a little bit older and she's, like, a little bit kind of got a handle on herself a little bit more, which is good. Good to hear. Man, this cold is still kicking. I found it ironic that, we saw Palpatine in the Senate in Bad Batch, but not in Andor. Right? A little bit weird. Yeah, I wish we got Palpatine in Andor. Maybe I think we'll get him in season 2. But, I like seeing, Clone Wars Palpatine, so I'm happy with him anywhere he is. Ahsoka has not been given a release date that I know of. Have you heard of anything? I heard that it was gonna be fall, late fall or early fall? Excuse me. For me, that's spring, so that's around September, perhaps. I'm gonna August, September, October, that could be Ahsoka's date. At some point, I'm sure they'll wade into the young Ben Solo era. Yeah, like, I feel like everything's gonna, get us to that point, I feel the shows. I'd be surprised if they went animated, with that. Bypasses the whole deepfake Han versus Olin debate. Yeah, yeah, I think that would be an interesting one. I think, it'd be interesting to see. I'm not a massive Indiana Jones, but I'm kind of keeping up with the news over there with the new indie film, and I know, Harrison has been doing some deep fake stuff. Not deep fake stuff, but he's, age what do they call it? God, what's that called? Where they age him down a little bit, and it's going well, apparently, so, yeah, maybe that could apply to Star Wars somehow, but, yeah, maybe they would recast Leia, I don't know. But yeah, I'm kind of with you. I feel like if they're gonna start doing it, I feel like in a couple of uh, years' time. Ben Solo, animated series, most likely to happen. What about a 3 simply because, like, my expectations low for the highly anticipated Ahsoka series. I'm kinda with you, and I'm really excited, but I don't wanna get too excited. Mm. Yeah, I heard that too, so that's why I'm actually jumping on board with next year. My whole plan is to do a bunch of Legends deep dives. So I have a feeling they're gonna actually pull a lot of concepts, even characters like Plagueis from Legends into Acolyte. I have a feeling that that's gonna happen, so I'm gonna catch up on my Sith Legends stuff next year, ready for I think Acolyte will be coming out 2024. They're still doing production into next year, so yeah, get ready for a year and then ready for Acolyte start of the next year. Right. Mhm. Sevilla. Welcome. I'm glad you could pop in. We're near the end. We'll wrap up in a little bit, but glad to have you here. Regardless, probably not this season or in the running show, but I think Amiga will not ultimately lead the Bad Batch, and mount them since she has a standard lifespan. That's interesting. Actually, that's a good thought. I hadn't thought that far ahead, but that's a good thought. Ahsoka, Empress Ahsoka, amazing. I'm all for de-age, that de-aging, that's the word I was going for. Amazing. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm so behind the comments, that would solve my question ages ago. I'm not a sequels fan, but I would love a ratio to release Pixar and do right by the sequels fans. Yeah, I would love a ratio. I would love to just add to her story and add to her context. If Ahsoka wasn't directed by Dave Filoni, it'll be I'd be extremely skeptical, but it's Dave, so it's gonna be great. Absolutely, but expectations though, under promise, over deliver. It's my life motto. As far as I know, Jedi use the Force, and the Sith use a power of their own. It's not a form of magic. Lost infinite power. Ah, is that in Legends? I feel like in canon, it's all just the Force. It's just either side and the balance of the Force when what side of the Force they're using. Um, the death? What do they use on Dathomir? That's not Force, but that's some. It's funny. Somehow my anticipation meter is low for everything. Maybe I feel too burned. I do hope. It's interesting. A lot of people I've been speaking to has been saying 2022 Star Wars was kind of, yeah, hit and miss, but, like, 2023 seems really good. I kinda understand, if some things just weren't your thing, maybe you feel a little burned, a little low, but hopefully, next year you pick it up for you. I like how we're starting the year with Bad Batch. I think it'll everyone just needs to, yeah, it's Bad Batch is a fun time, just some adventures, some Star Wars action. Enjoy it. Let's just have fun with Bad Batch, eh? I know, a lot of dark is about intent. Yeah, I agree there. I would agree there. It's, yeah, it's a good way to put it, intent. Yeah, that's a good way to great comment, Donna Gamer. It's all the Force. The Sith believe they control the Force, while the Jedi believe they're guided by the Force. Absolutely. Yeah, it's fair. Isn't magic the Force, but in a different way? I I I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about. Sith alchemy is a different thing. The blue smoke, normal is twisting of the Force you desire. Jeez, I feel like I'm behind on my Force lore here, guys. My god. Um, Sith I feel like I've heard this concept, Sith alchemy, the twisting of the Force, to desire. That's ama You know what this is? I really wanna rewatch those arc of episodes in Clone Wars where Yoda goes on that, like, kind of spiritual journey of such. He does, like, discover some answers of things. I wanna watch that couple of episodes again. They were great episodes. Very I watched them at a young age. They never made sense to me. Fun fact, I rescued a Dachshund 2 weeks back, renamed her Luma, from her name Luna. Where does the name Luma come from? I feel I f is this was this a trick like, this is a character? I feel like I know this. I feel it's not coming through to me. Okay, Luma. I thought it was Numa. I was gonna say it was the girl from that Clone Wars episode. Oh my god, this whole time I thought her name was Numa, and it's Luma? Oh my god. What the hell? Okay, yes. Oh my god, yeah, it's the little Twi'lek girl, from the those are great episodes, actually. Those are great episodes of Clone Wars, with Waxer and Boyle, of course, like, go rescue her. But oh my god, all these years, I thought her name was Numa. It's Luma? Oh my god, that's a great name. That's very cute though, Julie. That's a beautiful story. Thank you for letting us know. Let me know if anyone else has pets that are named Stealth. It is, it's a niche, I do know, I thought her name was Numa, I didn't know it was an L, I feel so bad. Indiana got it, he got it, Clone Wars. Yeah, you thought that too, Kelly? And I just Googled it, and it was Luma, her name is Luma. Julie's right, Julie's schooling us on Clone Wars lore right now. I really thought this you thought wait, is it new? No, I Googled it and I saw Luma. Oh my god, what is happening in the world right now? Got MJ in the chat. I am feeling much better. I'm drinking so much water this stream. I had to have a water break before, but so it's still hanging on a little bit, but I'm doing much better. Thank you for asking. And we're here together anyway, so it's a good time. Oh, there you go. There you go. I literally watched that Luma episode with my parents when I was 8. There you go. But now my brain's blown up because it's like I remember seeing that episode with Jackson Boyle and be like, "Her name's Numa." But I just Googled Luma and, name's Luma. What is happening? What is happening? Hey, Anna. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Great to have you here, Colin. Well, that's a wrap up, surely. My throat and cough is holding out on the show right now. Oh my god, that's why we're getting confused, Caleb. It's from the Obi-Wan. What's the episode with Leia and Obi-Wan? That's right, when the with the stormtroopers on the truck with Freck, and they're on the way something, uh, and the stormtroopers are in the back, and they're like, "Who are you? Like, who are you guys?" And everyone's like, "This is my daughter Luma." There we go. That makes sense now. That makes sense. I got you. I'm on board with what you're saying here. I'm with you. It was a roller coaster. A roller coaster of emotions. Jeez. I am 23 years young. She says, "I thought her name was." That's right. I thought her name was Uma, and, like, I remember that now. It's all come back to me. All coming back to me. My god. You were so right. What? I got so confused. Hannah, since it's the best of 2022 show, I wanna say that you were the best, new Star Wars ever. I'm so happy. Thank you so much, Sincerity. Appreciate that. It has been a wild year. Started the channel back in July, end of July. Had many things happen in the past couple months, and it's been amazing. Great to have you all here. I've got over the 1,000 subs mark, achieved many, many things, collaborating with so many great people. It's been phenomenal, and of course, talking to all you guys every week has been the highlight. This is almost my full-time thing. So we're almost there. We're almost there, but it's been amazing. But I appreciate that support and encouragement, City. You've been very, very encouraging since you've been here, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you. And although I look forward to Ahsoka, the skeleton crew may surprise us. The setting between worlds, very place where Thrawn and Ezra trapped. Did I get the location right? I believe so. World Between Worlds is around. I think it is gonna be popping up in that show. Actually, speaking of, I haven't even checked the poll. 35 votes. Most anticipated show, Ahsoka, 60%. Second is Mando, then Bad Batch, then Skeleton Crew. That's fascinating. Very, very fascinating. Yeah, your dog has the Force now. So close to 2K. We're so close. Oh, it's amazing. I'm waiting to I've got a giveaway ready for 2K, but we're not there yet. So try and share it around. I'll get some more subs. Like, we're about to do a giveaway, but I can't do it until we do get to the 2K, check mark. Yeah, so close. I just j get a few things in place. I love that, Dave. You need a fucking brain for your dog. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Me and Alyssa, good friends, chatting all the time. I have to bounce. We can't see the results of the poll, but loved hanging. This is a great Star Wars community. Well, thank you so much, Millie, for being here. Appreciate it. Also, reminder, we are taking a break for Christmas. We're gonna have I'll be here tomorrow for the gaming, but we're having a bit of a break for Christmas. Have a happy holiday, Chameleon. I'll see you in the coming weeks before Bad Batch will be coming back to live again. Hope you have a great break. I'll see you around. I'm the one person who voted skeleton. It's you. It's you, damn it. Damn you. I voted for Mano, but I meant to click Ahsoka. Pump for all those shows there. I love that. I love that. I hope that show is unmatched. I'm telling you, it'll be insanely cool. Skeleton Crew, yeah, I need someone to pump me up about it. I feel like it will, but I need some convincing. Skeleton Crew is in a different part of the universe, whether a new galaxy or region of the Star Wars galaxy. In any case, they're trying to get home. So say the links anyway. That's sounding very world between worlds for me. That's very, very world between worlds. So maybe we're right there, Jansen on the money. You're a droid. What did I say? I did answer this. Actually, you know what? It's probably Lola. Lola or, TC-14. That was my answer. TC-14 from Phantom Menace. Favorite, favorite. Oh, that's is he live over there? That's really funny. Amazing. Came in late. Always enjoy your content. And thank you so much, Dan. Yeah, appreciate having you here. You got brilliant questions. Only been here for a little bit. We've had brilliant questions. So thankful you're in the chat. Here, Andrew. Hiya. I mean, you describe start again. I'm a new subscriber. I found you from Drew's channel. Love your videos and personality. Thank you so much, Kia and Drew, whichever one of you is the new subscriber. It's both of you in this case. Appreciate that. Glad to have you here. Hope you enjoy yourself. Get to know the place. There's a couple of videos around. There's things to catch up on. But glad to have you here in the live show, chatting Star Wars. Jedi Jen with a BD1. I feel like I could have guessed that. I feel like I remembered that from last time. Look at you guys. You're on it. They're so quick. Sin City and Dave welcoming you to the chat. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Um, we are starting to wrap. What other shows do we have to mention? Yes, Skeleton Crew is out there. That exists. It's out there. Skeleton Crew. Ahsoka's gonna be amazing. Hopefully, see Anakin and flashbacks and the meeting of Ahsoka and Luke. Mando season 3. Mando season 3. Oddly, I'm still a little. I can't piece together. Like, I'm very excited, but I can't piece together what the story's gonna be. Like Bo is gonna want to kill Din, and is Din gonna have his helmet off now? And we're just jumping back into Grogu, like, being back to Din again. Like, how are we gonna explain that? Like, if someone didn't see Boba Fett, how are they gonna know what the hell happened? So many questions. Man, I'm really struggling with this. I'm suppressing this cough to talk so quickly. Appreciate it. I had the absolute best time catching up on your videos and all the live streams. I couldn't be more happier to be a Knight of Rey. I'm glad that you are one of the Knights of Rey. Anki Gon Jin. It's been phenomenal having you in the chat the past few weeks. It's been great. But yeah, I really appreciate you catching up on the videos. I hope you good one. If you had to pick a favorite, was there a favorite? Did you have a favorite? Should have done that as a poll. Favorite piece of the Raeside content so far. Couldn't have done it without you, Hannah. Great chats and thoughts. Yeah, well, it's been great chatting. I'm so glad you've made many new friends to talk with Star Wars. Try and follow each other on your Twitters and Instagrams. In the chat right now, just before we wrap up, I invite everyone to drop their Twitter handles or whatever, or Instagram, whatever they use the most. Drop your handles so you can all connect with each other over over social media, only if you want. But yeah, I appreciate you, Julia. You've been here from day one. You've been here prior this channel. Been amazing. So I really, really thank you for your support always. That's a Ray. I love it. Love it. Hey, Betty Man and Lawrence didn't wear the helmet all the time, right? Right. Pedro Pascal wasn't on set for most of the filming because of The Last of Us, so probably not much without the helmet. Yeah, I mean, he's got pretty great stunt doubles. Hey, it's interesting. Hey, Knights of Ray. Now you now should have the Knights of Ray versus the Knights of Melbourne. Melbourne. I feel like I know that name. So I feel like I'm not up with my that. Yeah, he's a YouTuber. Dan, to emphasize what I have heard from the other Star Wars channels, the Skeleton Crew are in the same space. The universe is gone, and they're trying to find their way home. Yeah, it's interesting to have some connective tissue there between those two shows. I think that's a really cool concept. I kind of like that. It's cool. I love that. Yeah. I'm waiting for my knighthood. Well, we're gonna have the channel members here on the channel will be the Knights of Ray. You'll get extra content. You'll get an extra weekly podcast and some other videos here and there if you want to become a channel member or a Knight of Ray. Chilling in the basement. That is his Twitter. So make sure to drop your Twitter and Instagram if you want to connect with others in the chat as well. Oh, yeah, the guy that was on Nerd Theory. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Nearly, this cough is coughing me out, isn't it? All right, gang. Well, we're gonna start to wrap up here. But tomorrow we do have our gaming stream, of course. Where's the I always forget to put the banner up. There it is. There it is. Live on YouTube, Wednesday nights, tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, not Standard Time, that's Daylight Time. That's gonna be live tomorrow. We're gonna be continuing our Fallen Order playthrough. That has been so much fun to do. Of course, if you haven't caught up with the Fallen Order Fallen Order live stream, it's a fun time. Even if you're not into gaming, if you've never played a video game in your life, come and join along. You can just watch a bit of Star Wars and Jedi-ness, and we talk about Star Wars and really anything. A lot of just casual chat happens during that stream. It's a great time if you haven't been there before. So that is tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And so, yeah, I've been loving those streams. I was glad to get back into it. This cough is getting to me, so I am gonna start to end the show with 50 shows. Well, with 50 votes. Wow. With the final poll of the night, most anticipated show for Star Wars 2023, Ahsoka, 67%. Second is Mando season 3, 24%, and third is Bad Batch. Amazing. 51 votes for that one. That's interesting. Caleb with that one vote for Skeleton Crew, I'm sure. Goodness gracious. Yeah, it's War Between Worlds. I'm keen to see War Between Worlds actually. Can't wait to join the gaming scene very soon. You all inspired me to get a system. Oh my god, that's amazing, Julie. I knew you were thinking of one. Which one did you get? That would be amazing. That would be amazing. I would be keen to maybe do that for Battlefront one day. Maybe do a bit of a joint stream, get you guys jumping on to play alongside me. That would be cool. Amazing, amazing. Well, thank you so much, everyone who has. This is the final Raeside live show that we have for this year, 2022. It's been amazing. If you've just joined the show today, a couple of you have just joined today. It's your first time being in the show, or if you've been here since the very first one back in July, or if you joined in the past couple of weeks, anywhere in between that. Thank you so much for being here live, being so supportive of the show, and being really active in chatting with me live, asking questions, having amazing thoughts, having amazing things that I always go away and go, "Oh man, those are really interesting things someone brought up today." It's been phenomenal having you guys in the chat, dropping some great thoughts and questions of Star Wars. And this channel is just for love and Star Wars together. Of course, we've made some wild things. We've made lightsabers. We've painted planets. We've made blue noodles. We've eaten blue cereal. We've made so many different things. And it's so fun to do it with you guys. I hope you guys are inspired to make something Star Wars over the Christmas break and enjoy the holidays. Enjoy some time off with family, friends, or just hanging out, just having a relax and having some good time. Thank you so much, everyone. Again, this is the last live show of the Raeside. Tomorrow. It's live. It's still tomorrow, but it's not this. It's a gaming show tomorrow. So I will see you if you came for that. I will see you tomorrow anyway. But if you're only here for the Raeside live show, I will see you next year. Uh, the date we're coming back is TBD. We'll come back with a bang just before Bad Batch, ready to start to get into that show. Get excited for Bad Batch. It's amazing. We're not doing an Uncle Harlow poll. We're not doing an Uncle Harlow poll. Good God. No, no. Thank you so much, Dave. Thank you so much. Yeah, starting the YouTube channel, bring the wonderful Star Wars community. Hats off to you being so talented and welcoming. No, it's all you guys. You guys are the ones that make this community. I'm just sitting here. You are the community. So yeah, you're the ones that bring it together. So yeah, I appreciate you all giving your opinions respectfully and kind. That's really hard to find here in Star Wars these days. So thank you so much for everyone sharing their different opinions of what they don't like, what they do like, respectfully. It's been amazing to these live streams. So much is coming for 2023. I usually plan things about 1 to 2 months ahead of time. So I already know what's going on here in 2023. And big changes is happening to the channel. Lots of change ups with schedules and what's happening and what shows and whatnot. Much more to come of the channel next year. So again, thank you so much for your support. Check out the merch if you haven't. Link is in the description below. And as always, always choose the right. Uh, to answer your question, Julie, is favorite Bad Batch clone would probably have to be Echo. I like like it's kind of sad that he was kind of wrecked from everything, like with the Skipper Minor stuff. But I kind of like his additions to his body. I think it's really cool. So probably Echo. I love Rex so much, and I love the connection they have. And I appreciate that Rex kind of let him go into the Bad Batch so freely. So probably, yeah, Echo. I'm a big fan of Echo. Um, but yeah, that's my pick. But can't wait for Bad Batch. 2 weeks away, guys. It's so soon. It's so soon. Amazing stuff. Have a great holidays. Have a great Christmas. I'll see you all on the gaming stream tomorrow. And yeah, wishes are- oh man, this thing hurts my face so much. Jeez. I can't even see what I'm doing here. Where's the end button? Where's the end button? My God.